The less attached you are to money, the more attractive you are to money. Not to get really metaphysical or anything, but another way to say it would be the degree to which you are detached from money is the degree to which money will be attached to you, because it is attractive. So essentially, when we talk about attractive money energy, understand that means someone that is standing in their own frame. They do not need it, and they aren't wondering if or hoping that it might come one day, because they already are standing in the money frame. Essentially, from a subconscious level, when this is happening, you assert a high status or a high value frame, which brings more money into your life without as much conscious effort and exertion of force. And I know that sounds very metaphysical, but I can tell you from my own life, once I did these 5 secrets and I let go of money, I attracted a lot more of it into my life. So hang tight for these 5 secrets to letting go of money. So 1, you can have less stress. 2, you can be more happy. But 3, you can make a lot more money with less conscious effort. Before we begin, I have a free success hypnosis. It's right there down below, jakeshypnosis.com, pinned to the comments and in the description. It's my free success hypnosis to reprogram your subconscious mind to attract more money into your life and eliminate the old negative programming that we have in our financial belief systems and our financial habits that are stopping us from making more money. We give $1,000 away to one lucky winner every single solitary month that uses the free hypnosis. So you can check that out right there down below. Let's dive right into this video. So step number 1 is to understand that you are a realizer. And when you realize the manifestation for money, your business, your investing, your house, your career, when you realize that, it moves from just being a revelation, like we have up top, to a realization. It moves from a fantasy, a mere possibility, a hope, a wish, to a real creation, actual reality. So a financial revelation up there is, I would really love if, I really hope that I can make more money. I really hope that I can sell more stuff. I really hope, I really wish that I can do better. That would be nice. That would be great. This is a revelation. It is a mere mental concept. Now, down here below, we have a realization. So what's the difference between a revelation and a realization? A realization is understanding the vibrational reality already exists. The vibrational reality already exists because science tells us energy is never created or destroyed. For you to create your dream financial reality that is different than your present life circumstances, you have to understand that it is already real, and the brain, the mind, doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's not real. Your nervous system doesn't know the difference, and your brain doesn't know the difference. And in order to create something different, you have to implant your brain different than the way that it has been programmed to operate, which in all likelihood is the same old financial story. So you have to drag that into the trash bin, almost like some viruses on your computer, and hit the empty trash bin. Now, reality distortion field is the second part of your realization. Your reality distortion field. So to move to realization is a reality distortion field. This term was coined in the Steve Jobs biography book. This was a term that everyone that worked at Apple, everyone that knew Steve well, they called it his reality distortion field. What this meant was he was a visionary. He lived from an inner vision. He lived from that place, and he rejected any idea that did not match that. So here's a couple quick things. Reality distortion field can be implemented into your life by saying this statement: no, thank you, that's not part of my belief system. When someone says, well, the economy, well, you're not old enough, we don't have the right resources, or you get told no, or the old programming in your head says it, say, thank you, that's not part of my belief system. No, next. Thank you, that's not part of my belief system. I already am making six figures. I am already a millionaire. I already see it within my mind. And I don't just see it, I feel it to the point that it has been embedded into my nervous system. This is a reality distortion field. That's why Steve Jobs said, realize the world was built by people no smarter than you. And when you realize that, you can mold it, shape it, and change it however you want. The second secret is to remove resistant thoughts. So resistant thoughts are just a lack of realization. You aren't yet sure if the pictures in your mind are real. So realization is thoughts that feel good. Resistance is thoughts about your money, about your financial future that create stress, that create resistance, and create general uneasiness. Now, the easiest way to think about it before I give you a diagram to conceptualize this is think about this like a video game. In order to go to the next round, the next level in the game, you have to switch the mode. And in this instance, to hit the next level financially, you have to enter the receiving mode. So here's an example of resistant thoughts versus receiving thoughts. So here are some resistant thoughts. It's not here versus it's coming, it's on the way. Expectation versus anxiety. I don't know whether it's working. I don't know whether it's coming. I don't know whether I'm putting my time into this thing and it might not work out. Do I have the right resources? Am I doing it right? Now, lastly, hope and wish versus I am thankful. I hope, I wish. All of this are creating feelings in your nervous system that is unconscious resistance. I'm about to demonstrate how this is from a psychological level blocking you from getting the money that you want. But first, you replace that with I am thankful. You say, I am thankful that large sums of money come to me quickly and easily. I would say things on my channel when I started it. I'm so thankful that I'm making millions of dollars and inspiring millions of people. I'm so thankful that the universe made me an instrument for inspiration to reach millions of new people from all over the world. It's saying these things to move yourself into a different feeling, a feeling of receiving, switching the radio broadcasting tower to the frequency of wealth rather than moving it back to the station of I hope I will get wealth soon, which is simply resistance. Now, before I show you this guy here and how this really starts to make the shifts, we talked about resistant thoughts, and some people, I can hear your own thoughts in your head as you're watching this video saying, this is so unpractical, this is so metaphysical. So there's resistant versus receiving thoughts, but there's resistant versus receiving behaviors and habits, actions that also produce feelings that create more unconscious resistance or move you into a state of receiving. For example, a resistant thought might be neurotically checking your bank account. For me, starting my YouTube channel, it was neurotically checking my stats to see if I'm moving in the right direction or the wrong direction. In essence, it's scoreboard watching. So you could think about what is one example of a resistant financial habit that I'm implementing that is aiding to my unconscious resistance and blocking me from a big financial breakthrough. And if you think of that, you can comment it down below. And that's why I'm so big on success hypnosis, because you start to work on the unconscious level, the subconscious, where most of your money behaviors, most of your money habits, how to spend it, how good you are with it, all of these things are unconscious and they affect the flow of financial opportunities into your life. You can use my free success hypnosis right there down below, jakeshypnosis.com, to start to reprogram your financial subconscious conditioning. Step number 3 is to make money your servant rather than your master. And when you do this, you move out of need and you enter a high status frame or a high value frame. The reason this is important is because here's you here and here's them there. So the majority of everything that happens in our life is unconscious. Whether you're on a date and you can pick up unconsciously something that's uneasy about a person, they give you a weird feeling so you don't want to see them again. The same thing happens in sales meetings. The same thing happens when you're selling real estate. The same thing happens when I make this YouTube video. You're picking up an unconscious energy purely from the subconscious level that attracts you or repels you from me. This happens with everything that we do. Now, the reason this is important is, let's say, here's your client that you want. Well, if you're in a state of resistance, then you are sending, these are thought signals. In other words, they're emotional signals happening subconsciously, because a thought wave is a cosmic wave that penetrates all time and space. We can't read someone's thoughts, but we can pick up someone's emotions or energy. And your thoughts are the precursor to emotion. So you see the mind is cut in half here. The bottom half is the subconscious. Psychologists tell us the subconscious mind is the emotional mind. So this individual is picking up my unconscious emotions without even realizing it. Now, this could stop you from closing a sale when you're doing all the right things. It could stop you from a YouTube video taking off. It could stop you from getting a raise. It could actually stop you during a job interview where the boss just picks something up. Everything's right on paper, but this other person just feels better. It's all happening from a subconscious level. Now, the reason that this is so powerful and why I can say assuredly that this is so important is because when I started my YouTube channel, I wasn't getting any results at all. I was getting like 50 views a video. I thought about quitting. I was scoreboard watching, looking at the results. And then what ended up happening is I realized, look, I'm stressing myself out. I'm creating all this resistance and I'm not having fun. I started this because I care about it, because I want to have fun with it, and because I see this as a long-term viable opportunity. That shift in mindset moved me from needing videos to take off to being in a high status or a high value frame. The benefit of this was crazy. I was camping with my wife. We left cell service, left Wi-Fi service. I had videos up, nothing was taken off. And I just thought, let me get my mind off of this. And while I didn't have any cell service, I had a bunch of videos go viral, my first viral videos. And in 72 hours, I got more subscribers and more views than I had the previous year on my channel. I never looked back after that. Well, what happened? Well, did I make better content? No, they were videos that were posted weeks or months ago that randomly went viral. So what happened? The unconscious thought patterns, the unconscious perception that I was emitting into the YouTube algorithm changed, and people picked it up, and work I'd already done started to take off. This is what I'm talking about. The opportunities right in front of you just start falling into place when you take a deep breath in and out and you understand the money is on the way. Repeat it. You can write this one down. The money is on the way. The money is on the way. Now, secret number 4 comes from this book here, Atomic Habits by James Clear. And he's one of the foremost experts in the world on habits, studying them from a neurological level, from a psychological level, and how understanding what a habit is, why it's so important, can help you get what you want. In this instance, it will help you make more money. So essentially what I'm saying here is forgetting about the financial goal literally entirely. And I know it sounds like a silly concept, but now we're moving away from the metaphysical and into the actual nuts and bolts of bringing more money into your life. And the way that this was explained to me is by my mentor, right? So picture this, guy's worth a couple $100 million. He's one of the most successful commodities investors that's alive in the world today. And I said, well, what do I need to do to really grow my income a lot? And he said, when I was early in my career, I was obsessed with trying to hit my goals and make more money. And he said, one day his wife said, look, Rick, you're so focused on this, it's not really working. why don't you focus on serving your clients more? And he thought, wow, I never thought about that. And he put all of his energy into getting better at what he did and serving his clients more, literally forgetting about the money entirely. And that's when his income and his business started growing exponentially. Or for another example, who's going to do better? The basketball player that wants to be an all-star, they know what their goal is. They want to be an all-star. They're really talented too. Or Kobe Bryant that says, I'm going to shoot the same shot 10,000 times from the left side of the key off one dribble. I'm going to fade away and step off my left toe. I'm going to do the same shot 10,000 times every single solitary day. Which one has the process that will get them to their goal? Of course, it's Kobe, and that's why he was one of the greatest basketball players ever, and there's legendary stories about him doing exactly that. The same shot, the same dribble, foot in the exact same place 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 times in a row. So think about it like this. You do not need to change the financial goal if you aren't there yet. And if you want to let go, start focusing on the systems and not the goal itself. For example, and this is how it's broken down in the book Atomic Habits. So goals. A goal would be you want to make $10,000 a month. The system would be I'm going to publish 1 video a day. The goal is I want to make 3 more sales. The system is I'm going to do 10 new calls every single day. The goal is I want to be an all-star. The system is, as we talked about with Kobe, 10,000 daily fadeaways in the exact same spot. Or the goal is 1 million. I want to be a millionaire. The system is I'm going to start saving 40% of my income. So what you do here is you forget about the goal and focus on the system. Now, the way that I coined this from the Atomic Habits book is effort goals. These are goals that aren't outcomes. They're things based off of your own commitment to the process or your own habits. For example, I was trying to get my YouTube off the ground. I said I was not getting the results I wanted, and I said, no matter what, I'm going to publish 1 video per day. Whether the channel does good, whether the channel does bad. There's an awesome story about the famous musician Russ. He's one of the most famous rappers in the world. And in his book, he breaks down what he did to do this exact thing. His goal was to be one of the biggest artists in the world. But his system was he released 1 new song every single week for 52 weeks with a video. Most people, they release 1 music video every couple months. He released 1 every single week for 52 straight weeks, and then he blew up. In my opinion, the simplest way to do this is the rule of 5. Jack Canfield's the creator of the Chicken Soup for the Soul series, which has sold a few 100 million copies. And he breaks down how they created that incredible financial success. And they did it through the rule of 5, which was 5 things they did every day that was a system that moved them closer to their goal. But the completion of it was based off of the system and not getting the financial results. 1 radio interview a day, sending 1 book out to 1 new place every day. So make a list of 5 effort goals that commit to your own process regardless of the outside result. Secret number 5 is to practice mirror work. This is one of the most powerful ways to erase doubt, to erase confusion, and to give yourself clarity around your own incoming financial success. Now, I'm going to break down what that is, but let me just show you here, right? So mirror work is taking your financial affirmations, reading them out loud in front of the mirror in the present tense. There's all types of psychological studies on people with depression and all types of self-image issues that they were able to change using simple mirror work for just 1 or 2 minutes a day. So it might look like this. I am so happy and grateful grateful now that I'm a world-renowned online personality making millions of dollars and inspiring millions of people on YouTube. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm out of debt and making $5,000 a month. So it's taking what you want in the present tense. You can use a series of them. I recommend you write them down, maybe even tape them on your mirror, and you repeat them. Now, the reason that this is important, and this isn't airy-fairy, is this diagram right here was popularized by Bob Proctor, but it was created by Dr. Thurman Fleet in 1938. He was the creator of the concept therapy movement. And he said, since we do not have a working picture of the mind, nobody knows what the mind looks like. The brain is not the mind. We need a working picture to understand how reality is created. So he created this stick figure. It's cut in half. This is your mind. The bottom half says sub right there. Sub meaning subconscious, which is responsible for 95% of your life. 95% of all your money, 95% of all of your actions and results are created from your subconscious. Your conscious is only responsible for 5% of your life. You get a new idea, you get a new goal, I'm gonna do it, 5% of your life. Now, the issue is psychologists tell us 70% of our subconscious is negative and redundant. So 70% of every money habit and every money belief that you have is negative and redundant, and it was programmed into you since childhood. You see all these X's right here. These are the subconscious programming. Due to mirror work, you can embed new programming into your subconscious. You see this arrow here. When I repeat over and over and over again that I'm a worldly successful YouTuber making millions of dollars and inspiring millions of people, my videos are going viral, I'm so happy and grateful that I'm a happy spiritual millionaire. When I do that with energy in front of the mirror, I start to build a new subconscious program, which controls the body, which changes the financial results that I'm getting in my life. Now, the way to know whether mirror work is working is when you start it, it's gonna be a little awkward, right? You may repeat that you're making X amount of dollars, or you have all these new clients, or you just sold your house, or your art or your music is doing great, your business is doing awesome. And it might feel a little weird, a little awkward. The goal is that you know it's working once the resistance drops. Earlier, we talked about resistance versus receiving. You will feel your inner body or your emotional state, and you'll be able to tell once those affirmations start to feel natural and normal. That's a sign that you've started to get into the subconscious mind to change your subconscious belief systems and subconscious money habits that ultimately control how much money you make. So that about does it for us. These are the 5 secrets to help you let go of money to make you very rich. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you get my free success hypnosis. It's right there down below, jakeshypnosis.com. It's my free success hypnosis to reprogram your subconscious mind financially so you can start to attract more success and opportunities into your life. About 1 million people from all over the world have used it, and every day I get these awesome stories of people, oh my God, this happened, and you won't believe it. So I'd love for you to use it and hear about the great results that come into your life. If you don't know yet, we give $1,000 away to one lucky person that signs up to the hypnosis and begins to use it totally free. We pick one $1,000 winner every single month. You can join. Just check out jakeshypnosis.com in the description and pin to the comments right there down below. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, bell notification, all that fun YouTube algorithm stuff. Wishing you a beautiful, awesome day. I'd love to know what you think of today's video. If you did enjoy it, let me know in the comments right there down below. And let me know if there's a certain topic that you'd like to see covered in a future episode. I'll see you next time.